Okay, we're going to look at doing a very simple little house over here. We're going to start with the stationary point. I like to call it the starting point because we're going to take lines going out from that starting point or stationary point, going up, crosses over there, goes up to the picture plane, drops down to the horizon line, and I can label that as the RVP, which is right-hand vanishing point. You can see that angle over there is at 30 degrees. I go to my stationary point, or starting point I like to call it. Take a line going from the starting point up to the picture plane and drop that down onto the horizon line to give my left-hand vanishing point, LVP. Right, okay. Once we've got those two vanishing points, what I'm going to suggest is that we start with the apex of the roof, okay? It's a 6-step process in order to get the height. I'm going to call this A over there and B over there. Right, I'm going to take a line coming down from A, step number 1, at that 30-degree angle. There's step number 1. Step number 2, I'm going to take a line coming across from the height of the roof. There is A over there, okay, and I'm going to take a height line coming across. That's step number 2. Step number 3, I'm going to drop a line coming down onto that height line. That's step number 3. Step number 4, I'm going to take a line going back in the left-hand direction from that intersection to LVP. And on that line, I'm going to be able to find point A. Okay, so step number 4 over there. Step number 5, I'm going to take a line from A going towards the stationary point, crosses over the picture plane, which is step number 6. Step number 6, drop it down. And on that point over there, I have got my point A. Right. Somewhere along that line, going off to the LVP, I'm going to find B. So I can go over here, take a line coming from B over there, down onto the picture plane, towards the stationary point, drop that down 90 degrees, and I have my point B. I can see that there's a line between A and B, so I can draw that in straight away. Right, once I've got that, let's have a look at this point over here. I'm going to call it point C. Point C, you can see, is actually touching the picture plane. So there is point C, and I can straight away take the height across from point C onto that line dropping down from point C, and I can label that point C. And you can see that there is a line between A and C, so I can draw that line going over there. Right. I can take a line going back from point C to RVP. All right, I'm going to do that. There it is. If you look at it, there's C, okay, going across to D. There's C going across to D at that corner. Right, I've got the line going off in the right-hand direction, so I can take a line from D coming down to the stationary point, and dropping that down onto the line going from C out to the RVP. That point over there will be point D. I can see a line going from A to D, so I can draw in that line going from A to D on my drawing. There we go. Right, once I've got that, you can see the base over here, that corner over there, going off to the right-hand side. So I'm going to go from there, going across there, and drawing a line from there going out to RVP, and I can drop a line coming down from D, and I can drop a line coming down from C over there. Right, let's take a line coming from C going out to the LVP over there. Line going from C going out to LVP over there. Let's just draw that a little more accurately. There we go. Okay, and on that line, I'm going to have this point, let's call it E. Okay, point E over there. I'm going to take a line coming from point E down to stationary point, and drop that down onto my drawing over here. And that point over there is point E. I can now draw a line going from E to C, and I can draw a line going from E to B. E to B. Right. The base over here is going off to LVP. And you can see that there's nothing at the bottom here. It's not like there's a door or anything. So if I can find that base corner over there, straight underneath E, and I can draw this line going out there, I've got the wall on this left-hand side. Right. Over here, you can see that there is a door and a window, and those doors and windows have got particular heights. So we need to go through that whole process of finding the height of this door and this window. I'm going to take a line from my door over here, going out. Step number 1. Step number 2, find the height of the door. There it is. Step number 3, drop a line down. Step number 4, take a line going back in the direction of LVP over there. Step number 5, find the corner of the door over there. Draw a line going to stationary point. Step number 6, drop a line down, and I have found the top of the door. Let's call it D1, D1, okay? There's D1 for the top of the door, and the door is obviously dropping down to the ground, so you can drop it down onto that line coming out from that corner. D1 is going to go across to another point at the top of the door. There it is, going across there, and I can find that corner now on that line that I just drew out there. There is, from that corner over there, let's call it D2, and drop it down, straight down there. Let's just use the same colored pencil, and you can see I found D2. Let's call that D2 over there, D2, D2, and I can now drop a line coming down to the ground over there. Finish off the top of the door nice and quickly. All right, and we can draw a line going from there to there, and from there all the way back to that corner over there. You'll see that the door has some depth to it because of the wall thickness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a line going from this base corner over here out to the LVP over there. Take a line from that back corner of that hidden detail over there down onto the drawing, down onto the picture plane in the direction of stationary point, and drop that down. And I now have a line that I can draw in there, a line that I can draw straight up there. And there's the thickness of the wall being shown as well. Right, I've got this window over here, and you can see that the door and window heights are the same. So I can find these window heights for there and there on this drawing just by dropping it down. You can see I've already got a line dropping down, and I can continue that down onto the drawing, and there's the top of the window at that point. Let's call it W1, okay? I need to find W2 at the top there, so I take a line going from W2 to the picture plane, drop that down, and I have the top of my window being drawn from there to there, and that would be W2. The problem is I need to find the bottom of the window, so W3 underneath there and W4 over there. Okay, so we've got W1 at the top, W2, W3 at the bottom, W4 at the bottom. All right, let's go from W4. I've got a line coming out over there, step number 1. Step number 2, I need to drop a line, or take a line coming across from the bottom of the window. Step number 3, I need to drop the line coming down over here, connects at that point. Step number 4, I need to take a line coming back from the intersection. I've already found W1 over there, so I can drop a line straight down onto that line from W1. There it is. And once I've found that intersection over there, I can take a line going off to RVP. Right. I've got W2 over there, and I can drop a line down onto that line that I just drew out to RVP. Okay. And I need to draw the wall thickness in here. How do I do that? I take a line going from that corner over there, take that out towards LVP, go to that back corner in the hidden detail over there, take that down onto the picture plane, drop that down into my picture, and I can now draw in that little line over there, and that little line over there, very much like I did the door. The only thing is that I also have this windowsill over here, which I need to draw in. There's the corner, line that up with the RVP over there, and draw in that little line going over there, giving the thickness of the wall on the window. Right, once I've got that, I can take a line going straight back over here. Okay, and I can take a line going, so from the top of the door to that corner over there, and a line going back to LVP, going along there. I can take a line going from RVP, going at the bottom of the window, touches the wall over there, take that back to LVP over here. Okay, and you'll see that you've got the bottom of the windows on this wall over here, which means all I need to do is to find those 4 points over there, which is easy enough to do. I'm going to take lines from each and every one of those corners, from there, from there, from there, and from there. Take that down into my drawing quickly, and I'll have a line coming down over here, that line over there, that line over there, that line over there, and that line over there. Right, there's the window drawn in. And then they say that you've got a bit of a thickness story going in over here. Be very careful with this to make sure that you do all of the construction lines. It's got a line that is going at the center over here. So I'm going to take a line coming across from that center. It connects at that point over there. And I take a line going back to LVP over here, going across the center of the window. I'm going to take lines coming out from this corner over here, and from that corner over there, from this corner over here, and from that corner over there. I'm going to take the line out from that corner over there, and that corner over there. And at the end of the day, I need to then get this thickness of the wall over here. I'm going to take a line going towards stationary point over there, and drop that down into my picture. I can draw a line going from there to there, and from there to there. Note the little gap. We've got this line going all the way across here, which I can draw in dark over there. All right. Once I've got that in place, I can draw in that little piece of line and that little piece of line. Right, I can take this coming across over here from LVP, going through that corner over there. So from LVP, going through that little corner over there, coming out. It's going to make an intersection at that point, continuing, making an intersection at that point, continuing. Right, once I've got those in place, I can then draw a line coming up over here and up over there. I can draw a line coming up over here and up over there. Right, I can draw in that little piece over there. I can draw in that little piece over there, that little piece over there, and that little piece over there. And I can draw a line which is going from there to there, stops there to there, stops there to there. And that gives that impression of sort of burglar bars in the windows. All right, that's the drawing.